Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we're doing a bit of a fun reading. It's what's coming up for you in your week ahead. I have done one video like this before and that seemed to be pretty popular. And these are timeless readings, so whenever you click on this, it's going to have a message for you. And it's going to be roughly the next kind of 7 days, what's coming up for you in that time. A quick update as well about the phone situation for those of you that are kind of long-term viewers of my channel. My phone broke last week just completely unexpectedly and I had to take it to be repaired. I got a substitute phone in that time, but they weren't able to repair the original phone, but I have got a new one now. So all is back well with the phone situation. However, I am moving from Russia back to my home country, which is the UK, in a few days' time. So if you've booked a reading, there might be a slightly longer waiting time. And if you're planning to book one in the next few days as well, you might want to wait a little bit because I think I'm going to close the shop for a couple of days just around the time that I'm moving, because the journey itself is going to take over 24 hours. So I might be a little bit behind with readings and I'm going to be tired and jet lagged and all of that, and I need to set up. So just be aware that there might be a little bit of a waiting time for readings, but you can still go ahead and book. However, I will probably be closing the shop to new bookings around the time that I'm moving, although if you have booked a reading already, that will still remain safe. Like, it won't delete your booking or anything. It just means that you can't book a new one for a little while, just a couple of days, so that I can get myself sorted. So just thought I would let you know. So we've got 3 piles today and I've put a little lip balm on each of them. So on pile 1 we've got this Milch und Honig, milk and honey lip balm. On pile 2 we've got Caramilny Cappuccino, the caramel cappuccino. It's like a kind of caramel coffee flavor. And on pile 3 we've got Zart Rosé, tender rose flavor. So whichever one you're feeling the most drawn to, that's going to be your pile. As I said, it is a timeless reading, so whenever you come here, there may be a message for you. However, do remember it is a general reading on YouTube. This isn't a private reading, so if there's anything that doesn't resonate or that you think kind of just doesn't fit your situation, that's fine. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I also want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons on my Patreon page, including Alex, Alexandra, Kat, and Ashley. Thank you so much for your support. It really does warm my heart to chat to you all on there and to know that you're so supportive of me and the channel. It really means the world to me. If anyone wants to help out the channel in any way, all of the links of ways you can do that are in the description box. As I said, we have my Etsy page, but just be aware that there may be some delays with getting readings done. I offer angel healing sessions there as well. I have a Patreon page for people who want to support the channel and get to know me better. We do exclusive picker cards over there, and also other fun stuff, like we talk a lot about spirituality. We've been doing a lot about angels recently, getting to know your guardian angel. You can also vote for the new decks and other stuff that we're going to get for the channel each month. And at the end of each month, there is a prize draw to win a reading with me. I have an Amazon wish list for new decks that I would love to get for the channel, so if anyone's feeling really generous, I'd love it if you'd give that a quick look over to see if there's anything there that catches your eye that you think would be nice to get for the channel, and just leave me a comment or send me an email to let me know that you want to get one so that I can tell you where to send it. And I also have a PayPal link for little tips and donations to the channel for the readings that I do on YouTube, and all of that goes back into the channel to get new things like decks, charms, etc. I think I'm going to save up for a camera as well, because this whole situation with my phone breaking just made me realize that maybe I need a backup for filming. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird today. I seem to have a bit of a croaky voice. Like, it's a very dry atmosphere where I live, and it just seems to have affected my voice. So sorry for rambling on, but if you're still with me, then take as much time as you need to pick a pile. Just whichever is kind of intuitively calling to you will be your pile, maybe which one you would also like to use. And then I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hey there everyone, if you chose pile 1 with the milk and honey lip balm, then this is the reading for you. So we're going to take a look at the cards and see what's coming up for you in your week ahead. And if you're new to my channel, do stick around, because we don't just do cards in my readings, we do charms and dice as well. So make sure that you Stay to the end so that you get your full reading. So we've got the Ace of Cups today, Strength, and the Two of Wands. Okay, so we've got Leo energy coming out here at the moment. What I see is that you seem to be kind of opening yourself up to feelings of love and compassion in this week, Group 1. With the Ace of Cups, it's this lovely feeling of new beginnings in an emotional sense. So maybe you're feeling closer with someone in a romantic sense or in a friendship sense. You're feeling more open to having those kinds of connections. And it's like if you have been closed off recently, with your heart chakra, like you're opening up to that again now. You're kind of thawing a little bit. And the Strength card as well makes me think of that lovely compassionate energy, releasing any harsh judgments that you've been carrying around, releasing any issues from the past that have been causing you pain or hurt or anger, trying to move on from that and heal in just a healthy way, you know, just moving forward and getting over it without holding on to that. Also with the Strength card, I really think of like a nice independent feeling, like you're coming back into your power, which is really nice. And Two of Wands, I also think is a lovely card just to finish off those energies, because Two of Wands is also about opening up again. It's like, I call this card the world is your oyster card, because this person is looking out at everything that the world has to offer and wondering what they're going to do with their life, what they're going to take on next as their next project, maybe where they're going to travel to next, what they're going to experience or try next. Like, just a lovely feeling of being open to that and starting to look at the world again as a place that offers a lot of opportunities, rather than just staying inside or trying to avoid people or trying to close yourself off from the world. There's a feeling of expansion that I get from these cards, which is really, really nice. So it feels like you're opening up in this week. So then we've got Guardian of Wands, so more Wands energy, fire energy. So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it is Archangel Raphael as well. So this card in this particular deck carries like a strong message of healing, because of course it's Archangel Raphael, and also we've got a lot of world symbolism as well, with the world in this person's hand, and this angel is looking down upon the world, offering this message of healing and these healing energies, these protective energies. It's a really nice card to just remind you that you are being watched over. You might be particularly connected to Archangel Raphael or working with him recently, but that's what I'm seeing here. You are going to be receiving some healing, which works very well with the Strength card there, about just moving on from those issues that have been built up in your energy field, maybe causing a blockage or just lowering your vibration a little bit. You're just leaving that behind. You're looking forward to more positive experiences without being held back by the past, essentially. And also this does carry another energy of potential travel, plus enthusiasm, excitement, etc. So maybe you are starting to look at maybe booking some travel. It doesn't have to be abroad. It could be within your own country, just wanting to get out there and experience things, being tired of staying in or being tired of having the same old experiences over and over again. You want something refreshing and exciting. So then we've got the Nixie of Mill Pond, Memory, and that's number 41, which boils down to 5. So again, I feel like you are getting rid of the past, like you're kind of addressing those memories that were traumatic or painful or negative experiences for you, and you're just choosing not to let that have any control over you anymore. You're choosing to acknowledge it as being a memory, as being a past issue, and not something that determines the way that you continue to live your life. So I think that's a beautiful energy. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges, and this is a phoenix. So again, that strong fire energy. Maybe you have a lot of fire in your chart, or you're very connected to fire elementals like dragons, salamanders. It's just a really lovely fresh feeling, like you're just shedding off that skin and entering some kind of new chapter in your life. This is a really nice energy, you guys. And we've got adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon. So again, like you're changing the way that you're thinking about the world, or you're changing the way that you're doing something. You don't want to keep doing what you've been doing, because then you're going to get back more of what you've already been getting. Basically, it feels like you want new experiences. You want to bring that new energy into your life. And so you're going to try and change the way that you speak about yourself or about your plans. Or maybe you're just going to try and change the way that you think about challenges, for example, and try and see them as opportunities to succeed or opportunities to prove yourself rather than like another hurdle being thrown your way. It's like you're just changing the way you do something. And we've got Suche nach einem Zeichen, look for a sign. So again, I should probably have said, but if you're new to my channel, I use a few decks that have several different languages that aren't English, just because I speak several languages and I want to make this channel more accessible to people who don't have English as a first language. But this is look for a sign. So this is saying that there is some kind of sign that's going to be brought your way in this week. So look out for repeated symbols, like repeated animals. If you see the same animal, like it doesn't have to be the animal itself, it could be the emblem of the animal, the word, like the name of the animal, etc., just repeated over and over again. If you see repeated numbers, a word repeating itself to you, or just really being significant to you, you know, like you just stumble across a massive sign and it tells you something. So we've got never ending story, number 37, boils down to 10 and 1. Yeah, again, this feeling of this cycle that you're choosing to break. You're freeing yourself from a situation that maybe isn't continuing in the physical sense. Like maybe this is just a completely past situation, but it was still causing you some issues because maybe you were replaying it in your mind, or you just kept feeling reminded of it, kept feeling triggered by it, and you're choosing to break that cycle and finally address it so that it can be put to rest. And then you got 2 of these little angel key cards. Žij v míru se sebou i se světem. Live in peace with yourself and with the world. And that is so weird because that's the 3rd world symbol that we've got. Maybe the sign that you're going to get is something to do with the world this week, or the planet, like the globe or something. So look out for that. And buď na sebe hodný, be good to yourself. Okay, that's nice. So be at peace with yourself and with the world. Find that inner peace, find that inner contentment. You know, the storm can happen outside of you, but you can be like this rock that's not moving. Like the storm doesn't happen on the inside. You can't affect the storm itself, but you can affect the way that you respond to it, and you can affect the way that you live on the inside. And also this be good to yourself as well. I think this is really important and shouldn't be overlooked. This is talking about in the physical sense, like take care of yourself. I know a lot of people, if you have been spending a lot of time at home, there's a strong tendency not to want to shower all the time or get dressed all the time or put makeup on all the time. But I think trying to commit to these things every day is just going to be helpful to kind of give you that sense of normality and just remind you that actually you are a human being. And you know, these days that are going by, they might be melting into one for you, but they are still individual days. They are still important. So taking care of yourself in the physical sense is important. If you can get out for a walk, that's great. And if you can do any kind of mindfulness, you know, caring for yourself in a mental way, this might be just turning off the news, turning off social media every now and then, just to give yourself a break from it. It may be as I said, mindfulness, like meditation, yoga, breathing practices, just things that are good for you. Making sure you get enough sleep as well is really important. Okay, so let's put your charms and your dice and talk group 1. So what is coming up for group 1 in the week ahead? Okay, so we've got Gemini energy coming out there as well. So that might be your sign or in your chart, as well as the fire signs that we were getting. There's also the letter V. So, oh, and also J. Those could be initials for you. They could be a place name. A random word might come to you. Don't worry if nothing comes, because it might just be for a few people, but just had to point that out. I can also see there's 2 owls here. So my owls are like my symbol of your inner voice, your inner wisdom. Learn to trust that inner voice within yourself, because I feel like for you, one of the ways that you're guided by your spiritual team and by the divine is through your kind of own, basically the conscience, you know, when you just feel like something's wrong, like you shouldn't do it, or you get just a good feeling about something, you think you should go ahead with it. Like that's kind of how you're guided as one of the main ways. And there is a worry thread wrapped around this owl, which makes me feel like you spend a lot of time in your mind. And I think you're the kind of person, group 1, who just overanalyzes a situation, and like long after something's been said and done, you kind of lie awake at night wondering if you were rude to someone, or wondering if what you said or did was upsetting for someone, and whether you should kind of reach out and say, hey, I'm sorry if maybe what I said was miscalculated, or if I spoke out of turn. Like, I feel you're the kind of person that really goes over that in your head and overanalyzes that situation, and it causes you a little bit of, not so much anxiety, I think it's just like mental unrest, like you're always turning over that situation in your mind. There's another worry thread there as well. So maybe worrying also about opening up to the world. Maybe some of you do have anxiety, and or even something more serious like agoraphobia, and you're just worried about everything opening up again and being expected to go back to work, or you know, you want to go out and do things, but at the same time you're afraid to, because it's getting back into the swing of doing that. There's a beautiful good luck charm there, that horseshoe, and also the butterfly, which is one of my transformation symbols. So I really like that you've got that, because you've got the transformation card. So this is like coming out of that cocoon, rising from the ashes kind of feeling. We've also got a feminine energy there, which could represent you, and dreaming of the sea. So when I see that, obviously it does connect to the seaside, maybe wanting to be by the sea, but I think of just missing something or longing for something, even if you're not entirely sure what that is. It's like you just have this kind of Fernweh is the German word, like where you really, really want to go somewhere, just anywhere. You just want to get out of where you are currently. It's like the opposite of homesickness, basically. And dream, yeah, dream. You're dreaming of going somewhere, dreaming of the sea there, just wanting to get out of this situation. We've got the pine cone there, which is a symbol of the pineal gland, so third eye situations, maybe needing to adjust the way that you're seeing things. We've got the Sagittarius charm again, and the Sagittarius charm, because it's the arrow, it does also make me think of determination, like you've set your target and you're just needing to go after it, but adjustments are required. So there's something here about the way that you're going about it, or the way that you're thinking or talking about your plans or your goals, that just needs to be adjusted. We've also got beautiful. You are a beautiful person, a beautiful soul, and fearless. Don't be afraid to go after it. Just get out there, get out in the big wide world. And we've got the elephant. And this little charm is about learning from your past mistakes so that you don't take those actions again. And also about just keeping moving forward like a herd of elephants do. If anything is in their way, like a tree branch or anything, they just trample over it, or they just like move it out of the way and just keep walking. Like it's this solid feeling of just keeping going. We've got the just married charm there, so some of you are getting into more committed relationships with people, because that's my sign of commitment. I've also got the movie camera, so some of you are photographers, filmmakers, actors, YouTubers, and that's a special symbol for you. For other people, it has the regular meaning, which is that things are being worked out for you behind the scenes. You're just not aware of it yet. So just, if you feel like you're not manifesting something, or you feel like something's not coming to you, it's not working out, etc., just know that it is. It's all being worked out behind the scenes, and you just don't know it yet. It's not quite the moment for everything to be revealed to you. We've got the lightning there, which is about something shocking, something sudden. And yeah, there's a lightning symbol there as well. There's so many repeated symbols in here, you guys. Also the baby deer, the little fawn. And that for me symbolizes someone who is maybe too trusting of other people, or just always wants to think the best of people. So maybe you got into a situation with friends or like a romantic partner where you knew that what they were doing wasn't right, but you just didn't want to believe that they were doing it out of badness. Like you just didn't want to believe that they were that kind of person. You felt that deep down they were good, or deep down they knew that what they were doing was upsetting people, so they would change. And it's like maybe you stayed in a situation for too long, and that's like this learning from your mistakes charm is like thinking about how you can recognize those behaviors again in future with different people, so that you don't stick around as long, and so that you can kind of maybe challenge behavior more quickly, so that it doesn't escalate, sort of thing. Also got the ladybird, which is a good luck symbol. And the baby pram, that's my long-term planning symbol. It does feel like a lot of you are opening up to these long-term future plans, trying to figure out exactly where you're going. And finally, the cat that's got the cream, this symbol of contentment, enjoyment, like I said, finding that contentment and that peace within yourself. So let's put your dice on top now. So if you're new to my channel, I roll this 6-sided dice to see which set we're going to use, because I have a few. I am planning on getting more as well. So we've rolled a 1, so that's the fantasy dice. And then I roll a 10-sided dice to see how many we're going to use. And if it's a 0 or a 1, I roll again. Okay, 6. Okay. So group 1, what is coming up for you in your week ahead? Okay. Let me just take a look at this. Oh, I like this, the hay. The bundle of hay on the wheelbarrow, that's like a symbol of abundance for me, like this overflowing harvest feeling. I really like that. Abundance is coming your way. And the frog as well, this feeling of adaptability, being adaptable, being flexible. Maybe it's that your goals need a little bit of tweaking so that they can properly come into fruition. Just kind of take that how it resonates with you. Also this nice creativity symbol. Some of you are writers or songwriters. In general, that's just a symbol of any kind of creative art, though, being inspired more in this week. Then we've got the mysterious person coming your way. So for some of you, there will be an unexpected stranger or visitor who's coming into your life. This is also like a very omen feeling for me, like you are going to have some kind of sign that is just really important. Like it's just going to kind of hit you in a way that you're like, oh my goodness, that's what that means. Or like, oh, wow, I really feel like I'm being guided in some way. And whoa, okay, this is crazy. So look, you've got the card with the person with the thunderbolt. You've got the lightning, the thunderbolt, and then you've got Zeus or Jupiter, the Greek god of thunder, holding his lightning bolt ready to strike someone. This is crazy, you guys. So whenever I pull a dice or a charm that has a deity on it, I say that this is their way of showing that they're kind of around you, they want to work with you, they're here for you. And like we've got the Archangel Raphael card. So Zeus or Jupiter is also coming out for you. He is basically the head or the king of the Greek and Roman gods. So he's a very powerful god. He's the god of the weather and of leadership. He's got this very emperor kind of feeling to him. So he's coming out for you now. You might want to light a candle and say a prayer or a blessing for him, or you might want to meditate and call on him, or just pray to him, whatever feels right for you, whatever you feel comfortable with. But he's saying that he's around you, he wants to help you. And we've got the crown as well. And the crown is a symbol, for me anyway, of free will and recognizing that you're the sovereign of your life, you're the main person, you get to make the decisions that are important for you. So don't let people try and talk you out of something or try and tell you you're stupid or you're an idiot for making that choice or you're wasting your time. Just go with what feels right for you. Just, as I said, it feels like the way that you're guided a lot by the spirit realm, by the universe, is through your inner voice, your conscience, your inner feelings. So it feels like you do know what is right for you, just whether it feels right on the inside, or if you just get that uncomfortable feeling or that anxious feeling when someone mentions something, you know that that's something you don't want to get involved with. So really be open to that and listen to that inner voice, because I think that's pretty important for you, group 1. But I hope you've enjoyed this. That's what I've got for you today. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would also love it if you'd let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. I love hearing all about your situations, and I do try to reply to as many comments as I can, or at least react to them, because I think it's important that you know that I hear you and that I do read your comments. So do let me know as well. If you want to help out the channel in any way, as I said, I've got all the links in the description box. I'd love it if you would join me on my Patreon page, or if you would leave me a little tip or donation on PayPal, or if you're feeling super generous and would like to get a deck for the channel. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to everyone who has shown their love in that way, or who's sent a donation, or has just, you know, let me know how much they really appreciate my work. So thank you so much to all of you kind and lovely people. It honestly blows me away how generous all of you are. Like whenever I get any kind of donation or someone joins me on Patreon, I'm really shocked all of the time that people genuinely value what I do in that way. So thank you so much to all of you. And as I said, if you are going to book a reading on Etsy, just be aware that I will need more time than usual to do that, so I hope that's okay. And if you do go onto my Etsy page and it's not available and there's just a message saying that it's closed, it's only going to be closed for a few days while I settle in. If you're booking a reading, remember to leave me your name, your email address, your question, and the names of anyone involved in your question as well, because that's how I connect the readings to like specific energies to know that I'm picking up on the right person. But thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great week ahead, you guys. I hope it's going to be great for you. I hope you're going to enjoy it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Take care. Hi there, group 2. If you chose the caramel cappuccino lip balm, then this is your reading. And I should have said at the beginning, but if you're new to my channel, make sure you stick around so you get your full reading, because we don't just do charms. We don't just do cards in this. We do charms and dice as well. So that's just something we do on my channel to make it more diverse. So you've got the 6 of Swords today, the Chariot, and the Devil. Okay, so we've got Cancer and Capricorn energy coming out here. What I see pretty strongly already, group 2, is that you're moving away from something that you know is harmful, or that you know is just like toxic or negative for you in your life. Like the 6 of Swords and the Chariot both carry this feeling of movement towards something better. And it may be that you're actually doing some traveling in this week. Like it doesn't have to be abroad, but it could just be to a different city, or just getting out and about more. Because what I like about the 6 of Swords is that it carries the feeling of movement, but it also carries the feeling of your mental state is improving because of that. So I really like that card. It's like more of an optimistic view of the world. You're starting to see things more positively. You're starting to feel as though you're making some progress, because the Chariot is also saying that whatever it is that you're moving away from, this devil energy, whatever kind of addiction or obsession or negative behavior pattern, negative situation, negative relationship that you've been stuck in, you're going to see that improvement and you're going to feel proud of yourself. And you might even have people commenting on you, like saying, wow, you look so much more happy, or you look so much more confident, or I really think it was great of you that you pulled yourself out of that situation. I'm proud of you. Like that's what I get with the Chariot. There's that feeling of pride and there's that feeling of recognition as well. So I really love that, you guys. Whatever this devil situation is for you, you're pulling out all the stops to pull yourself away from it. It might not be a physical situation that you're in anymore, because with pile 1, we did get a feeling that they were finally putting something from the past to bed. So maybe it's that, like you're finally just energetically cutting those ties with situations in the past that were negative. You're finally finding your peace and moving on from that. So we've got little red cap, the Fool. So yeah, there's the sense of a new beginning and entering this whole new chapter of your life that's going to be so much more positive. Because what I love about the Fool energy is that happiness and that optimism, as I said before, like this improved mental state. But the Fool is just ready to go and take whatever life has to offer. And I love this little butterfly symbolism as well. It's in the top as well, this symbol of the transformation and the new fresh energy, like emerging from that cocoon, out of that darkness into this bright new world, into the summer and the flowers and the animals and all of this lovely sunshine energy. So I really like that. So this is Little Red Cap, a Little Red Riding Hood, going into the woods, about to start that new journey. And oh, you guys, look, we've got brother and sister transformation, number 25. This does have some resonances with group 1. So if you're feeling a bit drawn to group 1 as well, I would recommend maybe watching that as well, because although they don't seem the same, like there are some similarities with the themes here. There's a feeling of transformation, moving on from the past, moving on from situations that have been harmful or negative for you, pulling yourself out of that and feeling free again. Like that's the lovely energy. There's that freedom. It's like you just feel such a relief when you shake that off, and it's just like a weight has been lifted is what I'm feeling. It's like you are just finally out of that heavy, intense energy and into something much more free. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. You're definitely finally getting your power and your confidence back and feeling like you're back in control of your life. Like we say in English, you've got back on the horse. And I don't know if you have that in your own language, if English isn't your first language, but this phrase of getting back on the horse, it's like you've been knocked off, but now you've got back in control. You've got back in charge of the situation, like the chariot as well, holding the reins, mastering the 2 horses that are pulling the chariot. You're stepping back into your power, feeling more confident, and just feeling like you're excited to see what's on the horizon. You might not know yet what is coming towards you, because obviously the people in the 6 of Swords, they also don't know really where they're sailing to, but you just know that you're sailing somewhere better. You know that there's a better horizon there for you. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. So some of you are also trying to manifest something. Maybe this is this new life, like you're trying to manifest just a feeling of freedom, a better life, a better day-to-day living. Hold that vision, because I don't think you're fully going to reach that destination in this week, but you're taking massive steps towards it. It is this new beginning for you, and it's certainly on its way. So just keep that vision in mind. Some of you are making vision boards or mood boards, or something that I often do recommend people do. If you can't sit and cut out a load of pictures from magazines and make a mood board, or if you just wouldn't feel comfortable, maybe if you share a house with someone, you wouldn't feel comfortable having that up in your space, you can make a Pinterest board. So Pinterest is a website where you can make boards. Like, some people do it for inspiration if they want to make a certain outfit, or they're making a character for a book or for a role-playing game or whatever, but you can do this for your mood board. So if you find images that really represent how you want to feel and what you want this new life or this new experience to be like, then you can make a board on Pinterest, and that way people won't be able to see it in your house. Like, you can just check it every day to kind of recalibrate your focus, make sure that your energy is attuned to that, but it doesn't have to be stuck up anywhere visible. So that might work for some of you. And we've got Drück dich klar aus. So this is express yourself clearly, this throat chakra energy opening up. Again, this powerful energy, like you're getting your power back, getting your confidence back. You're ready to start speaking your truth without being afraid or ashamed. And this is another thing as well, like you're able to be assertive without being rude. Just saying how you feel or saying your truth or asking someone to do something is not being rude, because you can say it politely, but you can still be assertive and you can still be confident. And I should mention that I do use several decks that aren't in English, because I speak a few different languages and I want to make this channel more inclusive, more accessible for people who don't have English as a first language. I'm looking for a Danish deck, so if I have any Danish fans, please comment below if you have any recommendations of especially like native Danish decks, so that it's not just a translation, it's something by a Danish artist. I would really love that. So we have Chop Wood, number 42, which boils down to 6. Again, like the 6 of Swords energy. Chop Wood is kind of what I was saying, like you're not quite there yet, but you're definitely on the way. This card means, it's from, I can't remember what it was, whether it was like a quote or a saying, but it's a Buddhist, I think it's a Buddhist saying. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So even if you're like this really enlightened spiritual being, you still have to do the mundane things. You still have to do the boring things, the chores. You still have responsibilities, etc. So I feel like it's saying just keep going, like even if it's getting difficult, or even if there's a sense of drudgery there because you're not fully there quite yet, you're still maybe dealing with difficult things. Some of you may be going through divorces, some of you trying to leave abusive relationships or pulling yourself out of really difficult situations at work or in your personal life. It's saying just keep going, because yes, it might be difficult, yes, it might be boring, or it might be overwhelming, but you will get there in the end and you will feel so much better in the end. And then we've got nechce okouzlit zázraky života. Allow the miracles of life or the wonders of life to surround you. And I love this card as well. So saying enjoy the little things, enjoy the moment. I feel like I also want to connect it with this Fool card, like go out and enjoy the lovely weather. If you are having lovely weather, if it's summertime when you're watching this, go out and hear the bird song, or just be around with the plants and the animals, by the sea if you're close to the sea. Just enjoy that nature and take the time to breathe, and just allow those little things to surround you and inspire you and make you feel like, yes, I am on the right track here. I'm just going to pull these down a little bit. I don't know why I pushed them so far up the mat. Maybe a little bit easier to see like that. So we're going to put your charms and your dice on top now and see what they have to say. So just as a disclaimer, because again, I forgot this for pile 1, these can be a little bit loud when I shuffle them. So if you are wearing headphones or if you have the volume turned up really loud, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them because they are largely metal charms. So that's my warning. Okay, pile 2, what is coming up for you in your week ahead? Okay. So quite a few charms have come out. We've got quite a lot of letters as well, so let me just get through these. We've got the letter N, S, C, J, and Z. So S, N, C, J, and Z. So that could be one of your initials, first name, surname. It could be a place. It could be a random word that comes to your mind. It's fine if nothing comes to you. It might just be for a few people, but those are your initials today. We've also got 2 guardian angel charms here. Guardian angel for health. And this one is guardian angel for wealth. So your health and your finances are being watched over by the angels at this time, which is a really lovely message. We've got a little love heart there. I feel like that's saying be good to yourself, practice self-care, practice self-love. We've got the protection and faith symbol. So this is for anyone who just has any kind of faith. Like, it doesn't have to be any particular religion or any particular kind of belief. It's just saying allow your faith to get you through. Know that you are protected. Know that you are guided. We've also got the Black Knight there. So some kind of unexpected stranger or unexpected visitor might be coming to you around this time. Also know that this means that someone is maybe hiding their true identity or their true motives from you. So just take that how it resonates. You've got the just married symbol. So some of you are pulling yourself out of situations where you've been very tightly ingrained. So as I said, some of you divorcing, some of you have been in committed relationships and you're trying to remove yourself from that. Some of you have been in a job for a very long time and you're pulling yourself away from that. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, but I'm so ingrained in this. I'm so far gone into this situation, but you're pulling yourself out, that sunken costs fallacy. Don't let it get to you. If you don't know what that is, that just means when you think, well, I've been with this person for 5 years. If I leave them now, I've lost those 5 years. Or I've been in this career for 13 years and I can't change now because I'm too far into this career. And it basically says that's the wrong way of looking at it, because surely if you stay in that relationship another 8 years, then you'll have lost, 13 years rather than 5? Or if you stay in that career for another 2 or 3 years before changing, then those are years where you could have been doing something more fulfilling. So it's like, don't think of things in the sense of what you've already done. Think of things in the sense of what time you've got left to change things. So we've got the angel wing there. So very strong angelic energy around you guys. We've got those 2 angels as well. And you've got the fairy who brings blessings. So blessings are going to be coming into your life as well. And you have also got this little person. This is another fairy symbol, earth elemental fairy symbol. So fairies are around you at this time. It's also telling you that it's fine not to be mainstream. It's fine to kind of do your own thing and not conform to what other people are doing. Got this little elephant symbol. This is about learning from your past mistakes so that you don't make the same mistakes again. You don't do the same things again that will bring about the same results. And it also just makes me think of the herd of elephants, because if anything is in their way, if there's any trunks or branches or people in their way, they will just move them out of the way and keep going. So it's just saying keep putting one foot in front of another, even when it gets difficult. Just tackle the obstacles when they come your way. Don't worry about them until they're right in front of you. Just keep moving forward. We've got the leaf there, that symbol of shedding, releasing what you no longer need. Also, the flower is telling you that you're beautiful, you're a beautiful person, you're a beautiful soul. It's also about this blossoming feeling, as the flower opens up, you're opening up as well in that sense. You are blossoming. We've got the treasure map there. You will find what you seek. Also this hope charm, really beautiful. And we've got the chair, which is the household symbol. Some of you are having issues to do with the house or home. Like I said, some of you are divorcing people, so that may be issues surrounding who gets the house or the house needing to be sold. Some of you are trying to move from one area to another. And that is also, you know, obviously causing issues with the house. You want that stability, and I think you will find it, group 2. We've also got the thistle charm. So for some of you, there is a Scottish connection, either with someone's name or surname, maybe a company that works in Scotland or has a Scottish name there. Just take that how it resonates. Also that symbol, with it being a thistle, I think of like, you know, someone a bit prickly, someone that it's hard to get close to or hard to like at first, because they're a bit prickly on the exterior. They don't let people in very easily. I can also see the wasp charm there. So some of you have been stung, you have been hurt, you are dealing with pain at this time. But you've got the lovely lantern charm. That's what's guiding you. That's the light guiding you through this darkness to a better place, to a safe port, for example. And I have just seen here as well, this guy's got a lantern. So what a beautiful repeated symbol there. I love that. I don't know who he's meant to be. For me, he looks either Slavic or Norse based on what he's wearing, but just take that however it resonates with you. And then your last charm is the rocking horse, which is about issues from childhood coming back, or issues to do with children. Also for some of you, it's that feeling of just going backwards and forwards without getting anywhere in your situation. Just, you know, you've been trying and it's like you take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. You're just not improving the situation. But just know that in this week you are going to see some progress. Oh, I missed this one out. The racehorse. Trying to rush something, trying to kind of rush to the finish. Maybe it's going to be easier for you if you take things more slowly. And like I said, just handling things when they come your way, like cross that bridge when you come to it kind of feeling. Don't worry about things that are in the distant future or that are happening in the week after this one. Just focus on what's going on in the here and now. So I'm going to put your dice on top. And if you're new to the channel, I roll a 6-sided dice to see which set we're using, because I have a few. I am planning on getting some more as well. Okay, number 4, that's my Looney Tunes dice. And then I roll a 10-sided dice to see how many of them we're going to roll. And if I get a 0 or a 1, I roll again. Okay, 7. Okay, let's see what's coming up for you. So what is going to happen for group 2 in their week ahead? Let me just see what we've got here. Okay, so what I can see with the wrecking ball and with the person who's run off the side of the cliff and now has realized there's no like firm ground underneath them, I get that feeling of like the tower feeling. Like you feel as though so many changes are happening in your life right now that you don't have that firm ground underneath your feet, or like things have been destroyed, things have been change so that you can't move back to them. But just know that this is like a kind of, I want to call it divine destruction. Like it's happening, but it needs to happen. This is your metamorphosis, your transformation, you're changing, and you're going to be so happy in the future when you look back and realize that actually you're not in that situation anymore. You've removed yourself from that, and you're going to be having so many better experiences. Also with the kind of shooting stars here, the fighting symbolism from Looney Tunes, it seems like you are in a situation either with one person where you're in a dispute or an argument, or where it's like a group of people and you're just not getting on, you're not seeing eye to eye. So that will resonate with some of you. What I see also in this week with the saloon is that you're more open to socializing a little bit. You're kind of maybe chatting to more people online. Obviously when I'm posting this, we will be coming out of Mercury retrograde, I think by the end of next week, or just before the end of next week. I think it's around the 12th of July, I'm not entirely sure. But that feeling of being open again to communication and communication flowing more smoothly is going to be relevant for a lot of you. We've got the carrot there, Bugs Bunny's signature dish, I guess. And for me, that's this feeling of health, like improving your health, not necessarily by the things that you're eating. It could be mental health. It could just be you're in a better environment and that improves your health. Just massively, but for some of you, you're also trying to lose weight, or you are improving your diet, maybe getting more vitamins, just getting more of a balanced, healthy, nutritious diet, because you're trying to take care of yourself in quite a holistic way. Got the road runner there as well. Again, like that racehorse wanting to rush something, or wanting to get to the destination really quickly, when maybe it just can't come immediately. Like it's a process. But what I do know about Roadrunner is that he always wins. Wile E. Coyote never catches him. So just know that you are going to come out on top here. You are going to win in this situation. You're going to escape. You're going to feel victorious. You're going to feel like you've really overcome this situation. And a lovely note to end on, we've got the Acme box, and it's got this arrow pointing upwards, and it will say something on it like "this way up," and this just makes me think the only way from here is up. You're only going to improve from this point onwards, so just keep that in mind. Keep your thoughts positive, think and speak positively about yourself and about your plans, because we've got the holding your vision card there, and with the Six of Swords as well, I think it's important that you have that positive energy surrounding the way that you think and speak about your goals, just to kind of give them that boost, and so you're not expecting failure. And that's what I've got for you today. So I would really, really appreciate it if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. I am still a growing channel. I'm trying to get these messages out to as many people as possible, so it really helps out the channel when you do that. I'd also love it if you'd let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. I love hearing about all of your situations. I love hearing how you're doing. I do try to comment or react to as many comments as I can, because I think it's important that you know that I do read your comments and I do hear you, and I do appreciate you taking the time to letting me know how it resonated with you. So I will try to reply to as many as I can. As I said earlier, if you're going to book a reading on Etsy, there may be a longer wait list, and if you do go onto the Etsy page and it says that it's closed for a couple of days, it is only going to be for a few days while I just get myself sorted, get myself settled, and actually do the traveling as well. Just also because if I'm jet lagged, I'm not going to be in the right state of mind to do readings, and I want to make sure that I'm getting you your accurate messages, because if I'm not in the right frame of mind, if I'm tired or if I'm disorientated, then it's just not going to be good, and I won't feel professionally able to give you the proper reading that you deserve and that you pay for. So just be aware of that. I hope that's okay with all of you. If you want to help out the channel in any way, I would love that. I'm so grateful to everyone who's donated, to everyone who's a patron, everyone who's sent in a deck. Just thank you so much for your kindness. It really blows me away every time that I get a notification that someone's done something like that. I just can't believe it. It really warms my heart to know that you actually care so much about the content that I create and this channel and watching it grow, that you want to help out in that way. Thank you so much to everyone who's done that. I really can't express my gratitude enough. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I would love it if you would check out my Patreon page. As I said before, we have a lot of cool stuff going on there, and I'd be able to get to know you a little bit better on there. And I have my Amazon wish list for anyone who's feeling especially generous, and also a PayPal link for any donations, tips, etc. I'm trying to save up for a camera, I think, because I just feel like with the whole situation that went on with the phone, it's probably going to be better if I have a camera, and then the phone could be backup if that breaks, or vice versa. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about at the moment. I've never had one before, so I'm going to have to do some research about a good one. But yeah, if you're still listening to me rambling, thank you so much for watching this video and for sharing your time with me today. Have a great week ahead. I hope it's going to be a really happy and transformative week for you, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hey there, group 3. If you chose the Rose lip balm, then this is your reading for the week. And I should have said in the intro, but if you're new to my channel, make sure you stick around to get your full reading, because we don't just do cards here, we do charms and dice as well, so make sure you get the full thing. So you've got the Emperor as your first card, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Okay, interesting. So we have Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn showing up here, with Virgo being represented twice. So those are your zodiac signs that I'm seeing straight away. What I'm getting the feeling of, group 3, is that you're kind of knuckling down when it comes to your goals or your responsibilities in this week. It feels like you're kind of putting in that masculine energy, because these are all like 3 male figures. And when I say that masculine energy, I mean the need to like order things and to just get things done in that hierarchy, like in that logical way. So that's what I'm seeing, is you trying to get back in control of your situation. Maybe you've been lacking or kind of, you know, feeling like you're not very productive recently, and now you're just getting back that dedication, and you're thinking, no, I need to make time to study or to work or to focus on whatever this goal is that you're trying to bring about, or whatever just your general goals and deadlines are. It's like you're getting back that motivation and that willpower and that energy to do that. Also with the Hermit, I see a lot of you being kind of spiritually focused in this week. Like you're trying to learn maybe about a particular thing spiritually, maybe, I don't know, like star seeds or yoga or tarot. Just you're trying to learn more about one specific aspect. For some of you, it's just generally you're trying to get back maybe like a meditation practice or something. You're trying to get back into that routine, because that's what I'm seeing with the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. It's like you're trying to get that routine or that like planning back into your life. You're trying to get it ordered again. Some of you also financially focused as well with the Knight of Pentacles, really focused on your coin, on your career, studies, etc. But that's what I'm seeing as your first few energies for the week. So let's see what else we've got. We've got Seeker of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and this is Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz with Toto there. So this is about getting your confidence back, and again, that strong masculine energy that comes with the Knight of Wands. Like maybe some of you, if you are a feminine, if you are a woman, then you are trying to heal the divine masculine within you. Maybe some of you also growing closer to a man or to the men in your life and trying to heal from maybe wounds that have been caused by that, or just growing closer to the men in your life. But what I'm seeing is you're getting that confidence back, and just knowing that you're able to go for your goals and you're able to be assertive without being aggressive, basically. Like it's possible to have that golden mean and to walk that sensible middle line. Some of you also having some quite intense dreams or some quite crazy dreams at this time, like kind of Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland feeling. And I'm really being drawn to the shoes here that are sparkling, the ruby slippers that take her home. So some of you also are looking for your home in like a spiritual sense, or like I said, if some of you are looking into star seeds, things like that, like you're looking for that sense of home and that sense of belonging. And some of you are also traveling as well with that beautiful hot air balloon there. I don't know what it is or why this is the case, but hot air balloons and balloons in like a blue sky make me so happy. I don't know if it's a past life thing, because there's no real reason, there's nothing in my life that would cause that I can think of, but I just feel so happy and excited and uplifted whenever I see them. So that has a special meaning for me, of just like happiness and, you know, being able to experience new horizons, exciting new things. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the Frog Prince, Intimacy, number 12. Yes, some of you are growing closer to a particular person. Maybe you are sharing more when you're talking to this person, like, you know, opening up in that intimate sense. For some of you, it's also a physical relationship that's developing, something committed maybe as well. But I feel like also that's not your main focus in this week, because we've got that Hermit card, and the Knight of Pentacles as well was making me think of you focusing on your goals. So I feel like this is nice for you to grow closer to this person, but it's not where your head is at. Like it's not where your main focus is, because you're focusing on yourself and on growing. I'm seeing a lot of green here as well in these cards, so maybe that's an important color for you. Obviously making me think of the heart chakra as well, and of healing. We've got staying focused, hold the course. Again, a very masculine figure there with the wizard. So like I said, staying focused on your goals, knuckling down, deciding that you need to put your energy where your desires are. You know, it's fine to think about manifesting and to have a vision board and to say every day what you want to come towards you and to write that down. But if you're not doing anything practically towards it, then it's going to take a long time for it to come to you. So that's what that's talking about. Whatever you're trying to manifest or achieve or work towards, you're staying focused. And this week, it seems like you've got a lot of willpower and a lot of mental energy in this week to just focus on that thing that needs doing, and kind of everything else will work itself out. We've also got emotions are running high, super moon. So maybe with the Hermit card, you are pulling away from like people in general. Maybe you're switching off the news, or maybe you're just kind of taking a little break from social media, which I know a lot of people have been doing recently, just to kind of give yourself that space to detox and de-stress, because I think a lot of you have been feeling quite anxious or quite panicked recently. A lot of you have maybe had an experience in your private life that was quite triggering or quite difficult to deal with, and it's like just getting back that balance again and building up your confidence on top of that, but remembering that those emotions, you can't bury them and hope that they will just kind of disappear. You need to let them out in some kind of controlled and healthy way. So whatever that means for you, some people like running, or I guess like boxing gloves with something, or like singing, writing down how you feel, however you can get it out in a helpful and healthy way is going to be important. We've got Erfolg, success. That's beautiful. Success coming into your life this week. Maybe you're going to have a little success or a big thing finally being tied up and completed for you in this week. That's a really lovely message. I do use some decks that aren't in the English language just because I speak several languages. I want to make this channel more accessible for people who don't have English as their first language. I'm looking for a Danish deck as well. So if I have any Danish fans and you have any recommendations of Danish decks, especially if it's like from a Danish artist rather than a translation of an English deck or whatever, I would really love that. So if you are Danish or you have any Danish recommendations, please comment below, because I'm super excited to get something like that. And we've got blessed here as well, number 22. I love this. And 22 does boil down to 4, which is that emperor energy and that stability feeling with the 4. It's like you are also taking stock of your blessings in this week. It's like you are maybe saying thank you for what you do have. Maybe that's part of your spiritual routine that you're building up. That's something that I do every morning. I give thanks for everything that's happened in the previous 24 hours. And that's big things that were significant or special that happened, but also just the basic things like having a roof over my head, having warm running water, having food, water, my family being well protected and all of that kind of thing. Just recognizing your blessings is really a good way of allowing yourself to open up energetically to new things, because it shows that you do recognize what you already have to be thankful for. And I think you're just becoming more aware of that in this week. Like you are realizing, actually, I do have a lot to be proud of, or I do have a lot to be grateful for or thankful for. So I really love that card. And then we've got Poděkuj a předávej dobro dál. And this really works well with that card, because this says give thanks and then keep doing more good. Like it's a bit of an awkward translation that, but it's like give thanks for what you have or what you've received, and then as a way of also showing gratitude, continue to do good things into the world, like pass that good on, make it go further kind of thing. So that really works well with that card, what I was saying about the gratitude. So let's get your charms on top, group 3. So just a little warning, a little disclaimer. If you are wearing headphones or if you have the volume up turned really loud, you might want to turn it down just while I shuffle the charms, because they are largely metal charms. They can be a bit loud when I shuffle, so that's my warning just before I get into this. So group 3, what is coming up for you in your week ahead? Okay, let's see what we have here. We've got a couple of initials. We've got J, L, and E. J, L, and E. So that could have some meaning for you as a first name or a surname. It could be a place or a random word that just comes to you. Just take it how it resonates, and it's fine if nothing comes. It might just be for a few people. We've got the flip-flop there, which I think is interesting, because we've got so much here about knuckling down, about working hard, about staying focused, but the flip-flop is about cutting yourself some slack and putting your feet up and having that kind of holiday state of mind. So I think that's important as well. Group 3, if you're like me and you can't relax because you're constantly thinking about what you need to do or your goals and all of that, just remember that sometimes you do just need to switch off. So don't feel bad about watching YouTube. Don't feel bad about reading a book that's not educational. Don't feel bad about having a bath and leaving your phone outside or whatever. Like, just de-stress a little bit. Just take that time also to wind down, because that's pretty important. We've got the blossoming symbol there with the flower, really nice, like opening up, and like you are making progress with that as well. It's like you have done some things, you've planted those seeds, and now the shoots have come up, there's a bud, and it's blossomed, it's opened up. So that's that nice fruition feeling there. And the basketball as well, that's about achieving your goals. So that's a nice little message. And the fire extinguisher really works with what I was saying about that hermit, to de-stress and to remove yourself from those situations, because that's about putting an end to a crisis situation, an end to a situation that was causing you panic or causing you a lot of stress. So it's like you're removing yourself from trigger situations. You've also got 2 owls, which another group got 2 owls as well, and that is saying to listen to your inner wisdom, your inner voice. So that may be how the universe or your spiritual team or the divine guides you, is through your conscience and through your kind of inner voice and feelings. So if you ever feel anxious about something or uncomfortable about something, it just doesn't sit right with you, then that's probably not the thing you should be doing. Or if you just have a good feeling about something, you feel comfortable, then just keep doing that, because I think that's how you're really guided. Got the overcoming obstacles ball there, the snowflake obsidian. I'm getting a strong earth energy from this as well. I know there's some fire there as well, but I think a lot of you are also earth signs, because I'm getting that real, like, especially Virgo and Capricorn energy of I can't relax, I'm busy, I'm working on my coin, I'm working on my goals. And snowflake obsidian is also a crystal that's associated with Capricorns, which is my sun sign, and I think also my Saturn sign and my Venus sign as well. It's associated with that sign because I guess they do always try and overcome challenges rather than running away from them. It's like they have to kind of prove themselves in a way. So that might resonate with you if you have Capricorn or if you are an earth sign. We've got the frog there, which is my good friend symbol. So some of you getting close to a good friend in this month. Oh, I just realized there is the frog prince there. So maybe you are getting closer to a friend in a romantic way, or just really kind of sharing your heart with someone. It doesn't have to be in a romantic sense, but just really opening yourself up to someone and being vulnerable around them. And just know that this person seems to be someone that you can trust. So that frog symbolism coming out. We've got the Russian doll. So some of you will have connections to Russia, be it through someone's name or surname or family history. Someone might speak Russian like I do, or be from a Russian speaking country. For other people, it has the meaning of you are hiding how you're really feeling to the world. You're putting on this brave face or this very calm face when inside there's a lot of turbulence, or there's a lot of sadness going on, or there's just a lot of kind of anxiety going on underneath the surface. So maybe that's why you're choosing to open yourself up to one person in particular. I've got the olive branch there as well that I can see about reaching out to someone. We've got the Chamber of Secrets as well. This, I call it that because it looks like the entrance in the movie The Chamber of Secrets, because it's like a circular door with these snakes around it. And so that is my charm of like opening up a can of worms. Like you've been through a traumatic experience or something that was very difficult, very triggering for you, or very just challenging or stressful, but it needed to happen. You needed to let that monster out of the chamber to deal with it, because it's made you a stronger person, or it's made you learn a really important lesson that will serve you well in the future. So just know that if you have been through that kind of experience, it needed to happen. I think a lot of you need to hear that message. Got the beautiful butterfly as well, transformation. Transformation seems to be a big symbol for everyone around this time, like for the collective, because it's come up very strongly in the other 2 piles, and here you've also got that little message as well. Got the worry thread. I think a lot of you may be worried that your manifestations aren't going to come about, or that you're not going to see returns from your hard work. And then here we've got the chilies, which is a symbol of excitement, of passion, of like that kind of fiery symbolism, enjoyment. very intimate energy as well. So I'm going to do your dice as well, and what I do if you're new to the channel is I roll a 6-sided dice to see which set we use, because I have a few different sets of dice, and I'm going to get some more. So we're using number 6. That's the Voyager's dice. And then I roll a 10-sided dice to see how many of those we're going to roll, and if I get a 0 or a 1, I roll again. Okay, a 0, so we roll again. Okay, 9. Great, we're using all of them. If you can hear like a strong buzzing in the background, I think someone just started hoovering in the corridor, so that's what that is. So I'm sorry if that's distracting for you. Okay, so group 3, what is coming up for you in your week ahead? Okay, let me just see what we've got. Okay, so we've got the octopus, which is a symbol of being really busy, like having a lot of stuff to juggle, and I'm definitely seeing that here as well. Like, you are taking on a lot, you are dealing with a lot of different things. We've got the monkey as well. That's a good symbol for anyone born in the year of the monkey. That's just a validation for you. It's also saying that you should be open to playfulness, to being kind of a little bit cheeky, lighthearted energy. Just allow yourself to laugh, allow yourself to do something that's maybe considered childish or considered a bit of a waste of time. But like I was saying, make sure that you are relaxing as well as putting in the hard work, like that kind of work hard, play hard kind of thing. At least give yourself some time to relax each day. Got the ladder, think of going up in the world, like snakes and ladders, the ladders take you up. So definitely you're seeing some progress, you're seeing some improvement in this week. There's the dinosaur skeleton there. That makes me think of ancient history, like maybe stuff from your past is coming back up and you're dealing with it. I don't mean that people from your past are kind of showing up in your life, but maybe you're just reminded of it in some way and it triggers you, and that's why you end up talking to someone just to kind of really get it out. And that emotions are running high card as well would fit in with that, that something comes back and just makes you think, oh, I'm back in that feeling again that I'm not comfortable with, and so I need to deal with that. The whip as well, like I think you're driving yourself too hard, honestly. I think as good as it is that you're really focused on this, I just again want to stress that it's important that you take a little bit of time to relax and a little bit of time out without making yourself feel bad, because I know I also try to make sure that I do things each day that are like relaxing, but I am constantly telling myself, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, or like it's a waste of time, you've still got energy to do something else. And just turn off that voice, that critical voice when that's happening. We've also got this kind of sushi chef guy, so some of you have a connection to Japan here. Maybe you really like Japanese culture, or someone speaks Japanese that you know, or that someone has a Japanese name or a family history. I have quite a few different charms and dice that symbolize different countries, because as I was saying, I have quite an international vibe. I have lived in 3 different countries since I started this channel. Got the rain there. Maybe some of you feeling a bit blue. That again just makes me think about this emotions card. Something just comes back, and I'm not saying it's going to overshadow your week or anything, because I don't think it does. I just think you need to talk to someone about it at the time, because you just want to get it out and you don't want to deal with it on your own. Got the glasses there, seeing things clearly. And I think it's funny because you got the Chamber of Secrets charm, and these glasses really look like Harry Potter's glasses, especially because they have these little lightning symbols in them as well. So a lot of you big Potter fans as well, but I think of seeing things clearly and seeing the truth of a situation as well when I get those. And lastly, the egg, this new beginnings symbol, the symbol of a new start, new things coming into your life. And I notice as well that it's cracked, so it's like you're just on the cusp of those things starting to happen for you, like the new life is about to break free from that egg and bring you these new experiences, these new opportunities. So I think that's really nice that everyone seems to be experiencing some kind of transformation, some kind of new life coming their way. So I hope you enjoyed this group number 3. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps my channel a lot. I'm still a growing channel and I want to get these messages out to as many people as possible. I'd also love it if you would leave a comment below and let me know how it resonated with you. I love hearing how you're all going through all these different situations and yet it still fits with your situation, and I do try to reply or react as much as I can to comments, because I think it's really important that you know that I do read your comments and I do hear you and I am interested in what you're saying, so I will try to reply to as many as I can. As I said before, just a reminder about the Etsy page, if you are booking a reading, be aware that I might need longer than usual, and if you go onto the page and it's not open, like if it just says the shop is closed or is taking a break, just know that that's only going to be for a few days while I get myself sorted, because as I said, the travel is probably going to take more than 24 hours in itself of just constant traveling. I will be jet lagged probably as well, and I just won't be in the right frame of mind to give a reading at that time. I won't feel professionally like I'm going to be able to give you an accurate reading that you deserve and that you've paid for, if I'm kind of tired or jet lagged or disorientated or whatever. I just need to kind of set myself up once I get back. So thank you for your understanding and your patience when it comes to that. Also, if you'd like to help out the channel in any way, as I said before, I'd love it if you check out my Patreon page. All of the links are in the description box. I have an Amazon wish list for decks that I would love to get for the channel. I also have a PayPal link for anyone kind enough to want to donate, and I can't say it enough. Thank you so much to everyone who's done that so far, because I just can't believe how generous people are and that you genuinely just care so much about my channel that you want to help out and you want to show me some support. It really, really means the world to me. So thank you to all of you lovely, kind, generous people who have done that, because it really makes my day. It really surprises me whenever I get a notification that someone has left a tip or sent a donation or anything, because I can't believe it. And when someone joins my Patreon page as well, it just makes my day, just to know that people are on board and just care so much that they want to get to know me better or they want to show their support. I just can't believe it. So thank you so, so much to everyone that has done that, because it really made my day when that happened, and I just feel so supported. So thank you guys, and have a great week ahead as well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today and choosing my video to give you your predictions. Have a great rest of your day, a great week ahead. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.